a brief explanation of shapeshifting here. You can see more about it at my channel. What you're looking at is what I call demonic distortion, what I previously thought was reptilian shapeshifting. It doesn't mean that reptilian shapeshifting isn't going on and that there aren't physical shapeshifters. However, the majority of what you're seeing, especially with what I've captured, is what I call demonic distortion. And that's what I'm going to explain briefly here, is that what you're seeing is a manifestation of spirit beings that live in people. Some people have a stronger presence of it, some people have a weaker presence of it, but you'll notice, especially in people in Hollywood, you don't tend to be in Hollywood in big productions unless you are fully demonized or strongly demonized. since we don't readily understand what the spirit realm is or what these spirits are, it's hard to tell what we're looking at. But what does appear to be the case is that spirit beings have characteristics like a physical being. So let's say a person has a strong jawline or certain type of shape to the eyes. That person's spirit will probably have similar features. It may not look exactly the same. Well, the same applies to these demons that are in Reptilian. They are reptilians or other beast types. I've seen some that even look like gray aliens with big eyes and like a large forehead. So, but in any case, what we're seeing with demonic distortion is those physical characteristics coming out, and so you start to see the physical characteristics manifesting on the face, and the way, for whatever reason, the weak photonic display or energy between the camera and the subject, I call it photonic delay, and that delay somehow causes those characteristics to show up, and it looks like there are actual changes in the flesh, but that's not what you're seeing. What you're seeing is somehow the recorded information sees part of the demon beast. I've seen some cases where the indwelling spiritual being appears to completely replace the person's head, but it's kind of weird and distorted. Some of the things you see it seems like things are misplaced, but you definitely see spirit beings with the ghosting, and you'll see the reptilian forms around the eye, and you'll see it like this, 1, 2, 3, and then you'll see it go off into the side, but with the same pattern. So you can see it's the same thing there, and however that works, however they occupy a person, but they are a different size than the person is, we don't know. At least I don't. I think probably it's pretty hard to find someone who does. But what we do know, which you can see, is the distinct patterns, those tiles, those shapes. I mean, how you can tell this is not just some kind of camera anomaly is that you see those tiles, or something that's distinct as a feature. You see tiles or fangs or the reptilian slit eye, like a triangle slit pupil eye, and so at that point, and when you see it clearly enough, you can see that it's not just a blur or a skip from a transmission era, or a compression, color compression, which happens with video, that is making these shapes. That's how you can tell the difference. And the point of seeing this is that what we understand from God's Word in the authorized King James Bible is that these demons can control our behavior, and I've even got to the point now where I can recognize certain thoughts that appear to be, I can't prove it obviously, or at least I can't find a way to determine it for sure, but it seems like there are certain thoughts, like usually recreational thoughts, like just instead of working, it's like just relaxing and having a good time, or it could even be thoughts of attraction to the opposite sex, or any kind of thoughts that usually are designed to keep you away from leading a wholesome, clean life so that you can go to heaven. That's the issue. They don't want you to go to heaven because then they don't get you as food. Their whole economy is based on making sure you continue in sin so that you are fit for hell. Don't be fooled, friends. Hell is real. Don't let people tell you that it isn't. It's the majority fate of the world, unfortunately. Most people, including myself, have lived their lives as a demonic robot that is controlled by what these demons have us do. Our desires and everything, our personality is actually in large part these demons. So when you see someone's face here in this demonic distortion as looking like a demon, it's really reflecting the truth, and I mean including myself, because I've got this demonic distortion on myself. So I'm not just picking on people saying it's other people sinning. I've got it on myself. I got fangs. I didn't get claws, but I got fangs. I got reptilian tiles. I got what looked like my mouth opening up, and there's like, you see these huge teeth, and it's really weird. But I think it's showing that these spirits are real, because those features could not be generated just from, it can't be caused by a camera error of some kind, filming error of some kind. You can see the teeth. That's the biggest thing. You can see the teeth and the big mouth. Usually a lot of times this big mouth will manifest. I got it on myself. But also you'll see like these, when you turn it on black and white, you can really see these pock marks that appear to be where the spikes or the bumps in the reptilian being living in you are pressing into the flesh, so that the flesh looks like it has these big pock marks in it, but it's where the physical bumps on the spirit being, whatever the physical matter of the spirit being is made of, we don't know, but that's where those bumps are showing up. It looks like pock marks. Be sure that I told you that there is but one way to win this, okay? I mean, do not be fooled. These devils are laughing at people who dismiss God's word. All these people, doing this great stuff, they have all this talent, they have all this prestige among people in the alternative truth movement or the spiritual community, and yet they are not looking at and reading and reverencing God's word in the authorized King James Bible, okay? That is God, nothing else. And the only way to win this, and the only way to go to heaven, and the only way to gain the victory over these beings that live within us and around us and are causing all this evil, you wonder where everything's coming from. It's the demonic realm and Satan. Do not be fooled. They're trying to tell you it's everything else. I'm not saying there's not extraterrestrials. I'm not saying they're not involved in the evil cabal. Yes, all that's going on, but realize the overview. This is Satan and his demons from the second heaven. They want to destroy man. They want to destroy you with your own decisions.